My connection is, yeah.
You have a live, you have a earth, and then you have a neutral, okay? On our systems, we connect live to the box. We take the earth and we block it, and we take the neutral. I'm gonna go on green. We take neutral, and the neutral we put directly out into the box, into the load end. We connect the live into the stacker, and we put the 3 stackers on, and then we take a connection from the stacker out, and we use this as positive, we use this as negative. Okay?
Okay, that's what.
What are you suggesting to do now?
Instead of using the live wire.
Okay, wait. Let's do it another way that you are very clear in what we've done, and then we can use your knowledge. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is the 0.4. This is a 0.5. Okay? So what you're telling us, you want us to connect, if I'm correct, I can take it here and show it.
Number 2 and 3.
You want me to connect number 2 to 0.4 and
exactly,
and disconnect this line here.
Yeah.
Just
disconnect the live. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening. So you say this gives us a 90% reduction within the first hour.
And then after a couple of hours, it's 0. And then if you add more loads to the, couple of loads to the load, if you add more units to the load, it's gonna actually go. I don't know if there's anything lower than 0, but I mean it's automatic.
Okay, so all we need to do with the magrav units is just to put the live through it, and then just leave it open. Don't connect anything. Just connect the live to neutral to negative, and connect the earth to positive.
Exactly.
You know what I'm going to do?
And then you put a load there.
You put the load across here, yes?
And you put, you put a load. Because if you don't put a load, it's well, it works, but I mean, it won't work as fast as if you put a load.
What do you want to load at? So where is the rest of the house is going to?
But you already connected to the grid. It's feeding back from the grid. Because what I did was, when I put a load there, when I put on the kettle in the house, the load was reading about maybe 3 or 4 watts, and then when I put the kettle on, the load was reading 0, which means when it demands, I create a demand for it, it brings more than enough for what
let us be correct. So our unit is limited to 1.5 kilowatts. So if we put, let's say, the load, does it have to be resistive or conductive?
No, conductive, not resistive.
But like heater, just LED light?
Mobile phone, LED and mobile phone lights, that's what I use.
That kind of thing. So you put a LED light here or mobile phone, and this, you connect this to the grid, to the plug in the house, yeah?
Yeah, you connect that to the plug in the house.
So whatever is behind it is going to read 0.
Exactly.
I'm going to try it. I've got 2 units here.
This is something I've done, Mr. Kesh. I've done it. That's why
I understand. I remember you doing this when you were with me in Valletta, but I never understood, because you always connected the purple to the positive. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
You understand? Now I understand, because you were trying to, you showed this to me, and I think Marco in the lab or somebody else, Armin. I think it was Armin.
Yes, Armin.
Yeah. I could not see. any of you who's got this magrav system, can you test it now? It's very simple. You still plug your system to the plug, disconnect your magrav system, do not connect it to anywhere, your magnetical, and connect your earth to the positive. And please don't blow your houses up. You're doing it on your responsibility. Tell us what you see on your meter. Does your meter come to zero? And if it is, that's a better system than what we're trying to...
Yeah, but Mr. Kesh, another thing I want to add.
Yes? Hello, yes? I think they got him.
Another thing I want to add.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the coil, the stacker unit, instead of leaving it blank, you make it into a plasma battery capacitor. You make an extension.
Yeah, to a plasma battery capacitor.
Yeah, you extend the wire instead of leaving it, burning it onto itself. You extend it into a plasma battery capacitor. So that is where you connect. That is where you connect the thing from. But without that, it still works because I've tried it both ways.
So what do we do with the end of the capacitor now?
Yeah, you just connect. Yeah, you just connect the you're taking it from the live. You don't really use the live. You use the neutral. I put the gravitational battery capacitor on the neutral and feed it back on itself. You have to feed back on itself.
No. Stop. You made it complicated. The magnetical are connected to a battery capacitor, yeah?
Not connected. You make the line into a battery capacitor itself. Not connect nothing. You just extend the line and the end of it.
How do you make this to a battery capacitor? Just to make it at the center, at the gravitational line.
Yeah, but if you extend that wire and then at the end of it, you just put a battery capacitor on it. It's the same thing as attaching a new one to it.
Yeah, and then where do you connect this capacitor to?
You get the current from the negative is on the one that has the aluminum thing, and then the positive the other side. You connect it. You can get your load from there.
Yes, but where do you connect the other end of this creature? The one where I put the X. Where do I connect this? Where do I connect Z now?
Where do you connect? Well, it depends on if this one, if this is the gravitational field, you put the negative there. Just put the negative there, and then you let the earth. You take the positive from the earth.
What do I do with the neutral here then?
The neutral, you don't do nothing. You just leave the neutral.
Well, don't connect it?
No, it's complete. I'm being confused now. I'll start it afresh. You see, the line that comes, the gravitational line that comes from the stacker, instead of bending the back on itself, you make it into a battery capacitor.
Stop.
And then you take...
Stop, Alex. Alex, stop. You're discussing something fairly important. Let's take time on it. This is here the gravitational of the stacker, yeah? Feeding up to the first stacker. So we feed it there and it goes up, and you use the line to be the center line for a capacitor battery. And then from the capacitor battery, you get a negative, okay? What do we do with the neutral or the earth which we have brought here then?
Yeah, but the earth goes to the positive, straight to the positive of the
So what do we
load.
do with this chap? What do we do with this Mr. Blue here?
You don't nothing. You just leave it alone. You block it up.
So in the box, we just leave it neutral. Okay, guys who are testing this, can you test this configuration too as well? See which one. If it is and it works, are we feeding back through the whole system? Renan, is Vernie online? Can you get hold of Vernie anywhere? Or Anybody else in your team that they can test this while we are online?
But the you know, Mr. Cash, the plasma.
Try to contact.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Alex, carry on.
The plasma capacitor you made, it should feed back to the central line.
Which central line?
Central line of the gravitational coil, the one that the red one you just marked there. The negative of the battery capacitor should feed back to the central line.
To where to feed to where? To here.
You just connect. Sorry, you just connect from the body. That's it's either you use the capacitor, or if it's a gravitational coil you're making, it has to be fed back through the negative of the battery capacitor back to the central line. You just attach a cord to the negative, to the lower part, back to itself, back to the red line.
But do we still keep this here operating?
What is up where?
Okay, listen, Alex. If we get this here connected negative, and we feed it back to the stacker, the negative of the stacker, it's become a closed loop feed.
No, not feedback that way, Mr. Kesh. You just attach from. You see the battery capacitor you made, the one that has a red line in between.
Yeah.
At the top.
Here.
You just attach a cord to the bottom of the battery capacitor and link it back to the central line. That's all. That is the feedback.
What central line? You mean to the earth?
Not to the earth. The central along this and the same gravitational line that you put the battery capacitor on. You just attach the a cord to the battery capacitor.
You mean you want me to do? Hold on. Hold on. Stop. You want me to get the battery capacitor and connect it here at the end?
You don't get it. It's already there. The capacitor, the battery capacitor is already there.
Yeah.
Now you just link a wire from the negative of the battery capacitor back to the central line that comes from the magrav system, the extension.
To this one here.
Exactly.
You're feeding back the capacitor back into the central line. What about if we? Yeah, but instead of feeding it here, what happens if we feed it here to the base of it?
Well, I've not tried that. But I've tried this one, and then I just connected. I connected the negative on the battery capacitor, and then I took the positive from the earth, straight from the earth. And I'll tell you, here we have a lot of low current, but when you do this, I think it stabilizes the current as well. It makes it more than what it's bringing out.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Okay, Alex, I'm going to do it this way. Just stay online. I'm going to get rid of all this mess. Okay? I'm going to get rid of all this mess. So we do it this way. Grid. Yeah? You have 3 lines. You have the live. You have, I should do it the other way. It doesn't matter. You have the earth. And then you have the neutral. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm going to change this that it makes sense better. Let me do it this way because then we go a different way. So what I'm going to do, we make this one live. Pen. Because then this goes on a blueprint in Mongo. So, and this one here is your neutral. And this is your grid. Yeah? This is your plug.
Yeah.
This one is, okay, I need this here. This one is your box. You bring your earth into the, sorry, I'm gonna undo. This, your grid, comes in. Hey boy, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's the X. Take the S.
Okay, no, this earth comes and it goes directly to positive.
Exactly.
Okay. The neutral comes directly and
The
goes
negative.
to negative. This is negative.
Negative.
Okay, this is your positive. Here, you connect your stacker, your live, to the bottom of the stacker. This is your stacker, 1, 2, 3, where you feed to it. You take the neutral, the magnetical out. You build a battery, what we call a battery capacitor. You connect the battery capacitor back to itself here, and then you connect here your load.
Yeah.
Okay. The load can be LED or anything, a watch or whatever. In this process,
yeah, a mobile phone and
whatever, we can put a very small LED light corner of the house. So with this process, what we achieve, we are feeding back into the grid, back into the from the magnetical, and what we are using is totally just earth and neutral.
Yeah, and the signals. You're using the signals from the stackers and then the earth. That is what you're using, and that's all. So, and then if you
is
put
is this a connection you want? Is it correct?
Yes, it's correct. Okay. But now I can't see the screen now because it's gone off. But I mean, it's from the explanation I hear, it's correct.
You can't. Oh, are you a blind man?
No, it's not that. You know, I'm okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it back. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. It's correct.
It's correct.
But
okay, wait. I want to clarify something. Here, we connect this to the second one, the pink line. Yeah, am I correct? Hello, Alex. Alex, can you hear us, or is it me cut off? Rick, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Cash.
You can hear us. So we lost Alex. It's just the pink if it comes back on. So what does this do? It feeds back through the, it releases the plasma to feed back into the grid.
I just came back online. I got cut off.
Is the pink? If you look here, I'll put a pink here.
I don't know why you were the last time.
Oh, you can hear you. No problem.
Hello.
Hello. Do we need to connect the pink? Do we need to connect the pink, the battery, the second on the battery side, to the second of the capacitor?
Now I'm back.
Alekz, do we need to connect in the pink line from the second of the battery to the second of the capacitor? Hello?
He dropped out again.
We wait, he comes back up. Vince, this is what I tell you, we need to get direct satellite link into Africa for us with the units they carry with them. We need it for all the African education side. We shouldn't have this. Hello, Alekz, are you there? Hello, Alekz.
Hello, Mr. Kesh, I'm back now.
Back now.
Hello?
Okay. Do we need to do this? Do we need to do this ping connection in the?
I keep going off. Well, if you want to use the capacitor, you can. I mean, it's going to enhance it as well. But with or without the capacitor, it works.
Okay, no problem. So is this the final drawing you want for a blueprint?
Hello? Okay. Yeah, this is the final one. Let me see it properly. The Earth is going, the life goes nowhere. You don't connect the life. It's just the negative and the neutral and the Earth. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
This is the first time you were in Barletta and I couldn't understand. And you need the connection of the Earth with this, grid with this. So that's why your system is working, especially when you put it with a bead before it. Bernie is not online. Brennan, can you get this tested by Thursday? Report back to us.
Yeah, this is, and then you have to add more. Don't add just. And Renan, if you have a problem, you call me so I can put you through now.
Okay. Is that okay, Renan, with you? Get in touch with Alekz and just test this tomorrow. If it is, and it gives us a 90% reduction, but you're still depending on the grid supply. You haven't made a generator.
Yes.
Yeah, but for those who, till they set up the generator, which we discussed last week, if this works, let us know by Thursday and then we go to the next step.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you very much, Alekz. It's fantastic. I've seen you doing it. It's the first time I managed to understand it. But we got to become independent of the grid. That's the biggest problem. And
if I may, Mr. Kesh, this is John from Canada.
Is who?
John from Canada. I do your tech support.
Yes.
In many places, particularly in Canada and the U.S., the Earth and the neutral are the same lead. We don't have an Earth ground anymore. So be very, very careful when you're setting up your systems that ensure you have a proper Earth ground.
Can we create we can create the Earth ourselves in the box?
If I understand the way Alekz was describing this, what you would have to do would be to take a large piece of rebar and pound it into your yard about 6 or 8 feet deep and use that as your earth ground.
Thank you very much for the knowledge. In most of the European countries, we have 3.
Oh, there's and even in Canada, we still have 3 in our plugs, but the earth and the neutral go to the same wire. There's no actual earth ground anymore. Open up your box, Rick, and have a look, and you'll notice the white lead coming from the pole goes right to the case of the box. They're wiring it all totally different now.
So what do you do in Canada? So what about, is it in the state you have 2 phases? What do you do with the 2 phases then?
Well, there's still a neutral. There's still a neutral coming in. You've got 3 wires. You got 2 hots in it and a neutral. But what I'm saying is the neutral, the center tap from the transformer on the pole, goes to the case of your breaker box.
Your neutral is actually earth.
Well, no, they've eliminated the earth, and they've made the neutral a ground.
Yeah, so correct me, I'm just adding, this is for the Canadians. Let me add to this, we'll see where we are. To the yellow one is, oh, I've got to choose on the color that we go pinkish. So with the Canadian, you have 3 wires, but these 2, you have live 1 and live 2 and a neutral, which your neutral and earth is exactly the same. So you have 2 live wires.
Well, no, well, it depends on your system. You could have 2-phase, you could have 3-phase. But the neutral, what is considered neutral, in our wiring, it would be the white wire, and the earth ground, which used to be the green wire in all our systems, they are the same potential. They're the same wire, essentially.
So you have only 1 live and the other 2 are the same.
Yes.
So what do we do in this case? How do we connect it?
You would have to generate your own earth ground. If the older folks...
So there are 2 earths. So there are 2 earth. How do you get the 2 earth? You're using earth potential difference.
Yes. The older folks, particularly folks who grew up on the prairies where they had lightning rods on the roof of their house, they would remember out in the yard next to the house, there'd be a copper or a steel rod that's been pounded into the ground. That's what you would need to do to generate a proper earth ground.
And how far do we need to go down?
About 4 to 6 feet, 2 meters.
And then we connect the what they call the brown line to the positive and neutral, and we still do the live to the grid the way it's shown.
That would be because the only difference would occur here in you would have to actually split your earth and your neutral in your home system, and make sure that the green wire isn't the same as the white wire in your plugs.
Not in the Canadian green and white, not what we have here.
North American, yeah, it's pretty much the same in the States as well.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Is there any other addition from anywhere part of the world we have to understand? In the Belgium systems, we have only 2 points.
Yeah, there's many different systems that are out there that are being used, and they're changing all the time, it seems. Yeah. It keeps the technical support team on their toes. Thanks, John. And
oh yes, we have significant issues with different wiring throughout the planet, and we need some help with that. If anybody understands the Belgian system, we need to discuss a few issues with that. So please get a hold of me at tech support, and let me ask some questions about it.
I have just had another singing in my ear. Come on, Caroline, explain. Hold on. She's the electrician of the house. Hold on 1 second. She's Belgium.
Hello, good evening, everybody. You can hear me?
Can you speak up? You're a little bit quiet.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Yes.
Yes. In Belgium, by law, we have a 3 block. It has to be in the earth because it's by law. You cannot have it without it anymore. So all the houses which have the 3 blocks automatically go in the ground. It's only the old houses which they have not modified to the new system, which might be hicking up that they don't have it. But all the new buildings, all the new houses, anybody in Belgium will confirm, by law they have to have it because there's 3 points. Even when you use triphase, even in Italy, I noticed, but there is a different problem because they do not always keep to their word that they are earthing it. In our house in Italy, we found the earthing, but not all the time it's done. So there is a difference between the old houses and the more, let's say, in the last 20, 30 years built, they're all in order for the systems to be earthed. Because there is a law that says when there is a lightning coming onto the house or from whatever angle it comes, you have to be safe that when you hold something, it has to go through. So Germany is usually the same. Holland is the same. England is also the same. So further on countries, I don't know.
Yeah, the point I think here is don't assume that your earth and your neutral are separate leads. Check them and make sure that you actually have an earth ground and your neutral is not earth potential.
By law, they should, but I think you're very correct to emphasize that people open the box and check it for themselves.
Yeah, when you do if you open your breaker box, be very careful. There's enough power in there to blow you across the room. So keep one hand in your pocket and just look.